Hi, Fabienne Alsing here, Raw Food Pro from Vibrant Naturally. Did you see my new book come out? It came out on Amazon a couple of days ago and I'm really excited about that. And today I'm going to give you a special gift and I'm going to show you how to make one of the recipes in this book, which is the most ingenious breakfast ever. I created it a while ago and I've been enjoying it ever since. It's fantastic because it actually just makes you feel really full without having any of the kind of clogging elements of porridge, oats and all those kind of things. So it's called apple seed porridge and it tastes delicious as well. So I've started off with some apples and I've roughly chopped and cored 3 apples this time. You can use 2 if 3 is too many, or you can use as many apples as you like, but I've used 3 apples this time. So just kind of cored them and then chop them into rough bits like this and put them in the bowl. And then overnight I have soaked a 3/4 of a cupful, roughly half to 3/4 of a cupful of coconut milk. And I've soaked some seeds in there. So I've soaked some chia seeds, which is a wonderful little seed that the Aztecs used to use, the Aztec warriors actually used to use and they used to have the Aztec warriors used to live on a spoonful of these seeds a day. That's how nutritious they are. And then I added some flax seeds into it and some sunflower seeds. Flax seeds and chia seeds are very high in protein anyway, but if you add 3 types of seeds then you are definitely sure to get a full protein. And flax seeds and chia seeds are both really high in omega-3 fatty acids, which is the one that we are lacking most in our diet and we need to supplement the most. So I've soaked these seeds in some coconut milk overnight. Simple and easy. And I'm going to put those in the blender first because when you put the liquid in the blender first, it actually eases the blending process. So I'm just going to put these seeds into the blender. And then I'm going to add my apples into there. I'm going to add about a teaspoonful of cinnamon to warm it up. It's just a really lovely way to warm it up. You can add some ginger if you like. You can add a tiny bit of pinch of clove powder if you like. They're all really warming. They're all kind of autumny, beautiful. But I'm going to add about half the amount of this cinnamon that I've got in this little bowl here. And the rest I'm going to use to sprinkle on top. So I'm going to just blend this now. It's going to make a little bit of noise, but I'm just going to blend this for a few seconds. And with a high-powered blender like this, like the Vitamix that I've got, it just takes a few seconds to blend. And it's, if you can see, it's like a porridge-like consistency. So I'm going to put that in a bowl, in a serving bowl here. So all you have to do really is to just pour it in and share it with as many people as you like. This is kind of 1 person portion. It's actually a large portion for 1 person. So if you want some more, you can come back for some seconds. And then I sprinkle it with the rest of the cinnamon on top. And it makes a lovely warming, let's see it show you, a lovely warming apple chia porridge. Don't know if you can see it there. So what's all this thing about raw food? Well, actually, it's quite an amazing opportunity because obesity levels have risen doubled since 2008 in the world. And with raw food, it's just extraordinary because the weight just drops off you. So if you can imagine, I've talked to you about before, 63% of all women in the UK alone, 63% of all men in the UK alone, 58% of all women and 2 million children in the UK are either overweight or obese. And in the US, we've got similar figures, similar percentages, and in the world, 1.4 billion people are overweight or obese. And that includes under 5 children, 40 million under 5s. Can you just imagine? And can you imagine what that does to our life? Blood pressure, high blood pressure, heart problems, strokes, diabetes, osteoarthritis and joint problems, some forms of cancer, bowel cancer, breast cancer, and also in children it causes breathing problems. It's awful. It takes, can you imagine what it does to us? It cuts down on the time that we get to spend with the people we love in our lives. It takes away our joy. It's much heavier and everything's much more of an effort if we're overweight, and it takes away our ability to spend a long life exploring this amazing world together. There are some really easy solutions out there. It takes about 2 weeks to change the habits into a raw food diet. It may take a little bit of time, it may take a couple of weeks because you're not used to it. Your body is used to different things, and in the beginning you might not even like it, but after a while, I tell you now, your body will start to really want raw food, really crave raw food. And so we're working with habits, we're working with how we feel, how we see the world, and our thought processes. We're working to change our thought processes, we're working to change our habitual way of seeing the world, and we're also working with the way we feel around food. And that sometimes can take a little while, but it is not rocket science at all. So raw food can be as easy or as gourmet as you like. And in fact, raw gourmet food is some of the most amazing food that I've ever tasted in my life, and I really like my food, believe you me. I've got also 25 years experience in the forefront of natural health in the UK. I've seen thousands of people and helped them with help them get well in their life. I've had, in later years, as I've become more experienced, I've had probably 95 to 98% success rate in my practice with complaints on body, mind, emotion and spirit level. And what I want to do is I want to reach 1 million of those 1.4 billion, 40 million children in the world. And if we each contribute, say, £1 a month or something like that, can you imagine what we could do with that? Not only are we changing the world by the millions, but we can also use a good proportion of what comes in from that, a little tiny contribution that everybody can afford. We can use that to go into children's institutions, schools and other institutions, and actually really start educating children and young people at an early age to save them from actually growing up with an obesity problem that's going to cause them health problems, confidence problems, and take away their success in their life. I'm envisaging getting a lot of people together. I'm envisaging a really fun, supportive, loving group where we can do this together we can slim down together, we can become the best that we want to be together, we can become successful together. We're going to have fun webinars, and we're going to have groups, internet groups that involve this group of people that comes together. So please help me and spread these videos around so that we can really get 1 million people together now. And do enjoy your lovely apple seed porridge. It may not be breakfast time where you are right now, but sure, you can try it tomorrow. And I hope you like my book. Bye for now, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.